What's the difference between loneliness and solitude? Yeah, because from outside it feels like they are the same meaning of being alone, but the reality, they are very, very different from each other. So let me bring you down in this video, okay? So loneliness. What is loneliness? Yeah, loneliness when you're alone, but you feel very, very sad about it. Like you're questioning every time about what is happening with me, why no one is choosing me, why I'm alone, why I feel lonely, why I'm sad every time. You're trying to chase some people that don't want you to be part of their lives, you're chasing some relationships to not feel lonely, yeah? And who is religious? You're gonna ask every time, like, why God? Like, why is happening with me? Why is every time everyone is out there having fun? Why I'm lonely, blah, 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 like you sit alone in your room, you maybe cry, you feel very, very sad, okay? You feel like your life falls apart, especially if you're young, like, because I know what am I talking about, I was there. Especially when you're young, it's like, I don't wish it even happened to my worst enemies, but it's very, very sad feeling, okay? So that's loneliness, okay? When you don't enjoy your own company, like you hate to be alone, inside of your room, blah, 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 just you don't feel fully comfortable with your own company, okay? So now what is solitude? Solitude is very, very different from loneliness, even though they seem same from outside for the people who are not familiar with them. Solitude is a side effect of years of being lonely, okay? So difference between solitude and loneliness: in solitude you don't need anyone anymore. You don't chase people, you don't chase relationships. Who wanna be part of your life? Okay, cool. Who don't wanna? God with them, okay? Like, we don't need anyone, okay? You got your own company. You fully understand who you are now. You enjoy your own company. You go to things to do even alone when most of people even terrified to do when you're with their friends, when they're with the company. Like, because you are like most of people, they don't even go outside when they don't call like 3 4 of friends, like to go somewhere, maybe buy a coffee and sit and drink coffee, but they need to call some friends to do that, okay? But in my case, I was living abroad all alone when I didn't know the language, when I didn't know where I didn't have anyone, all alone, fooling myself, cooking myself, cleaning myself, like going out in a foreign country, like all alone. But it would be impossible if I didn't chose the solitude, as my main life thing. Because in my case, it was forced. Okay, like I didn't choose the company. I didn't choose the wrong people to come into my life. It's actually the side effect. Okay, like it's like getting gears so disappointed from people, from the society. Some friendships, some relationships. So you are like, okay, like I'm cool with my own company. I don't need anyone. Better I'm focused on my goals, on my dreams, build my career, build my future, etc. That's a solitude. Like, you actually don't feel sad anymore when you're lonely, okay? You don't even feel lonely. It's like you're done with loneliness, okay? You are just alone, and it's cool. Like, you're solo. Like, you chose solitude. You choose solitude. Like, you're fully comfortable with your own company. Like, you don't have those sad talks anymore. And it's actually very, very funny, especially when you're young, as I mentioned before. It becomes funny because, like, you 1 second can ask yourself, okay, I don't need those people anymore. I don't need those distractions anymore. Like, I just don't, like, and you realize how, like, most of people are actually fake. And you're actually gonna thank universe that universe removed those people from your life. And I realized it in my own experience. Like every time, like when I'm trying to, make some new relationships or some new friendships, nowadays something's goes wrong. Something's going wrong. Okay, like they're saying something stupid, or they are faking their personality. And when I actually, meet them, or when I actually talk with them more, I realize their true colors, and I'm like, okay. In the beginning, you're gonna feel kind of sad, but with those years of choosing solitude, and like you realize, like universe removing every bad person from your life, okay? And after you with cold head, you're gonna think more about this, and you're gonna realize like those people weren't good at the time and at the moment to come into your life, because they will distract you from your own goals, from your own purpose, from your own future. Of course, I'm not glorifying solitude at all. Like, it's not for everyone, okay? Like, most of you, no 100% you are not gonna survive it. So okay, it's for tough ones, but again, it's like forced solitude, you know. I didn't choose my friends, you know, like who gonna betray me. I didn't choose to be born in this small, boring town because I'm full funny, extroverted, full of charisma dude. Actually, I'm like a magnet for the people. I just live in a wrong place, you know. And you know, when I realize I'm a magnet for people, when I start to travel, when I start to meet people online, and everyone, you know, like they share my energy there. Oh my god, especially girls, you're super charismatic, you're super funny, blah blah blah, this stuff. But none of them have imagination that I'm in solitude like couple of years, because like I'm not sad about it anymore. It's just I'm not sad. I just don't feel nothing okay about it. Okay, cool, I'm now in solitude. Yeah, it's not gonna last forever. It's for my own good, to build my empire, to build my future. So in the future, I'm gonna be around those people who actually appreciate me, not around the wrong ones, you know, like who is out there to try to gain something from me, to try scam me or somehow, to try to get the money from me, to try to reach out to me when they needed something. No thanks, those people. I'm not gonna say hi to those kind of people, okay? They just fully lost access to my life, and any people who gonna copy their behavior, I don't wanna even spend 1 second from my life to them. So next time when you're gonna be lonely, you're gonna be sad about it, maybe your girlfriend left you, maybe your friends betrayed you, maybe you can't get a job, maybe you can't leave a place where you wanted to live like me. So instead of being very sad about it, instead of asking God every time why I'm lonely, like blah blah blah, you know, because I see a bunch of videos, people like, why God, like, oh my God, Jesus, why it's happening with me, blah blah blah. Instead of questioning it, you know, just try to be more productive about it. Like, think it's like God, universe, whatever, gives you unlimited time to use it as for your own good, okay? In my case, I use it to learn languages, learn a bunch of skills, to realize who am I, to build a career, to build my own personal brands. They are bringing me online income. They now, so in the future, I can live wherever I want. I can do whatever I want. I don't need to be around toxic people anymore. Like, because actually solitude is a result of dealing with the toxic people, okay? Dealing with the toxic people. No one is insane to, you know, when you're around with the cool people, chose solitude, okay? So, but again, if you're enforced to now be lonely, instead of see it as lonely, see it as a solitude, see it as an opportunity to find and build your future. Because instead of listening sad music, instead of watching those stupid TV shows, do like as I did. Become more productive. Grab a paper, write on a paper what you always wanted to do, what was your dream career, profession, whatever, when you were a child. What was your dream? Okay, write on paper and start to work on it. Maybe you wanted to start YouTube channel, but maybe you felt shy because your friends gonna judge you. Okay, now, okay, cool, you don't have those fake friends in your life. You can do whatever you want, okay, bro? Like, and don't be ashamed of being lonely, being alone. Especially now, if anyone gonna shame you, say, okay, it's for greatest minds, okay, it's not for you. Like, because again, people are seeing this very, very wrong. They're chasing toxic people, toxic relationships to not feel lonely even one day, okay? You wanna be like those people? Of course not. So for those people who feel now lonely, who feel now bored, I wrote a book which helped already more than 100 people to escape from loneliness and boredom and build their future. Thanks everyone for watching. See you in next video.